Hello everyone and welcome back to Facts 365, the channel that provides strange, random, weird, and interesting facts concerning each day. Here are 10 facts concerning April 20th. Number 1. SpaceX Starship First Flight. Starship is a two-stage super heavy-lift launch vehicle under development by SpaceX. The first flight was on April 20, 2023. SpaceX's Starship rocket exploded 4 minutes into its first full flight test. The Starship rocket, the most powerful rocket ever built, is set to one day carry human colonists to Mars. Despite the explosion, SpaceX's engineers celebrated the launch, as it provided invaluable data. Number 2. Pasteurization. Louis Pasteur's research also showed that the growth of microorganisms was responsible for spoiling beverages, such as beer, wine, and milk. He discovered that heating the liquids to a temperature between 60 and 100 degrees Celsius kills most bacteria and molds already present within them. Pasteur and Claude Bernard completed tests on April 20, 1862. Pasteur patented the process to fight the diseases of wine in 1865. The method became known as pasteurization and was soon applied to beer and milk. Number 3. Columbine High School Massacre was a school shooting and attempted bombing that occurred on April 20, 1999, at Columbine High School in Colorado. The perpetrators, 12th grade students Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold, murdered 12 students and 1 teacher. 10 of the 12 students killed were in the school library, where Harris and Klebold subsequently took their own lives. Number 4. BP Oil Disaster. The Deepwater Horizon oil spill, also referred to as the BP oil spill, was an environmental disaster which began on April 20, 2010, off the coast of the United States in the Gulf of Mexico on the BP-operated Macondo prospect. Considered the largest marine oil spill in the history of the petroleum industry and estimated to be 8 to 31% larger in volume than the previous largest oil spill, also in the Gulf of Mexico. Number 5. Crude oil negative pricing. In March and April 2020, demand for crude oil dropped dramatically as a result of travel restrictions related to the COVID-19 pandemic. In some cases, oil storage and transportation costs became higher than the value of the oil, leading to negative oil prices in certain locations, and on April 20, 2020, negative prices for oil futures went as low as negative $37.63 per barrel, though consumer prices did not go negative. In effect, with demand low and storage at a premium, oil producers were paying to get rid of their oil. Number 6. Danica Patrick wins IndyCar. On April 20, 2008, at the Indy Japan 300, Patrick moved to the front of the field with 3 laps remaining after the previous leaders were forced to make pit stops for fuel, and held the first position to secure her maiden IndyCar victory. This made her the first woman to win a top-level sanctioned open-wheel car racing event. Number 7. Shania Twain debut studio album. Shania Twain is the eponymous debut studio album by Canadian singer Shania Twain, released on April 20, 1993. Unlike her later albums, Twain had very little input on the album, and the album was a commercial flop during its original release. After her subsequent albums, The Woman in Me and especially Come On Over catapulted her to superstardom, Twain essentially disowned this album and has not performed any material from it live following the conclusion of her Come On Over tour in 1999. Number 8. First Nutella. Nutella is a brand-sweetened hazelnut cocoa spread. Nutella is manufactured by the Italian company Ferrero, who also make Ferrero Rocher and Kinder Joy. The first jar of Nutella left the factory in Alba on April 20, 1964. The product was an instant success and remains widely popular. Number 9. Birth of Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler, born April 20, 1889, was an Austrian-born German politician who was the dictator of Nazi Germany from 1933 until his demise in 1945. He rose to power as the leader of the Nazi Party, becoming the Chancellor in 1933 and then taking the title of Führer. During his dictatorship, he initiated the European theater of World War II by invading Poland. He was closely involved in military operations throughout the war and was central to the perpetration of the Holocaust, the genocide of about 6 million Jews and millions of other victims. Number 10. Happy birthday Mike Portnoy. Mike Portnoy, born April 20, 1967, is an American musician who is primarily known as the drummer, backing vocalist, and co-founder of the progressive metal band Dream Theater. In September 2010, Portnoy announced his departure from Dream Theater after 25 years. 13 years after his departure, the band announced his return. During his time out of Dream Theater, Portnoy remained active, with a variety of bands and projects. There you have it, thanks for watching. Join Facts 365 tomorrow for more.